So, what, if anything, can the 49ers do to change their injury situation that they seem to be plagued with once again this preseason? Hey, it's Aaron from 49ers First Take YouTube channel back with another short video. And it seems like we talk about it every day, the 49ers injuries and what timetable they're going to have before they can make it back to the starting lineup or as a backup. Whichever it may be, it's an ongoing situation. And it hasn't been a situation that's been a one-off or a random training camp or a random off-season. This is something that's been going on essentially since John and Kyle took over in 2017. In fact, I have some rankings here that rank the 49ers since 2018 up until last year and where they rank as far as injuries in the National Football League. So in 2018, they were the fourth most injured team. 2019, the year they went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Chiefs, the sixth most injured. 2020, they missed the playoffs. First most injured team in the National Football League. 2022, again, they lost to the Rams that year in the NFC Championship, ninth most injured. 2023, went back to the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, again, lost to the Chiefs, 29th in the league in injuries. So not a ton of injuries that year. And then last year, as we all know how that went, again, number one in injuries, just like 2020, and they missed the playoffs. So this isn't something that's just a one-off or a random occurrence. This is something that the Niners have been plagued with over the last almost 10 years since John and Kyle took over. So my question to you in the comments is there anything that the 49ers can do to change this? Or do they just have a really long string of bad luck? To me, I don't know. Is there anything they could do? Are they going to have to, fire their training staff again and bring in another training staff and have to go through all that again? Is it something to do with where they practice? And does that have something to do with how they practice? Are they ran too hard on certain days and not given the right amount of rest? Nobody knows. There never seems to be any answers, but all there is a ton of injuries. There's some people that'll say that, the Buffalo Bills are having a pretty rough training camp, and you don't see their fans complaining. And yeah, it's a random training camp in a random year where they just happen to have a ton of injuries. This is something that we know happens every single season with the San Francisco 49ers, at least since 2017. And if you're going to get excited about anything, you have to have a majority of your starting players ready to go and healthy if you're going to have any shot at winning this thing, let alone get into the playoffs. And every time one of these players drops like a fly, those chances, to me, go down. I mean, the Brandon Ayuk situation, we knew that coming in. We knew that was going to be a while. That wasn't like something that happened in training camp. He could be back by week 6 or as late as week 10. Juwan Jennings situation, very alarming, but it also could be a contract thing, so we don't really know. The one that really gets to me, Jordan Watkins. Left the game on Saturday with no issues, woke up the next day, found out that he had a high ankle sprain, so he's going to be out some time. Of course, the Ben Bart situation, looks like he was re-injured today in training camp. He's been injured since he's been part of the 49ers. And then all the DBs and other players, the young players at the 49ers, who really need to get some chemistry together because of this young defense being, so inexperienced, but yet so many of them are injured. So all that going into the equation, it's just something that is really scary and frustrating and doesn't seem to be any answer in sight. So I'm going to ask you in the comments, what do you think about this situation? Is there anything that the 49ers can actually do, or is it just a string of bad luck? Or I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Everybody have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I will talk to you on the other side. Take care, everybody.